Hey guys, today we'll cover the lower confirmation that finally formed on the NZD/USD's weekly bias. And just a heads up, there still hasn't been any lower confirmation that formed on the Aussie/USD's weekly bias. Alright, so let's cover the NZD/USD. Okay, this is a weekly chart. Let me run you by the current setup I'm looking at. So the last weekly long trade that formed was right here. And the last weekly short trade that formed was right here. And so the bias parameters is between this pivot high and this pivot low right here. And so for the last month or so, as price ranged about, I was waiting for lower confirmations to confirm this bias, whether long or short. And that lower confirmation was confirmed this week, roughly in these areas right here, confirming that this bias is long, or in other words, price is likely to reach this pivot high before reaching this pivot low. So let me show you this lower confirmation that formed. Let's go over to the 4-hour chart. Alright, so on this 4-hour chart, right at this level right here, there's a breakout and immediate break back in. However, price came up to that pivot high, confirming strong long strength on this 4-hour chart, and thus confirming that weekly bias to be long for the current moment. However, aesthetically, this lower confirmation does have an issue. Now, typically the pivots used for lower confirmation use the outermost pivot, which is at this point right here. However, in this case, it's using this inner pivot right here. Okay, so this lower confirmation to me is a little bit fishy. So I'll be watching for any abnormal activity that may prove that this lower confirmation is false. And I'll keep you guys updated with that. Okay, but for the time being, this lower confirmation is legitimate, so that weekly bias is long. Now, moreover, I'll be willing to take an aggressive entry on this setup. So let me show you what I'll be looking for. Let's go over to the 15-minute chart. Okay, and if you're having trouble understanding what I'm talking about in terms of biases and lower confirmations, please check out my forecast manual. Okay, and the link for that is in the details section of this video. Okay, so on this 15-minute chart, if price could pull back up and then fall right back down, creating even pivots between these two legs, and further, if we could get a nice breakout and immediate break back in, however, price coming up to that pivot high, that will confirm an aggressive long entry, in which case I'll be willing to take a long entry right at that point, with a much tighter stop loss on this 15-minute chart, pivot low right here, while the main target remains on that weekly bias pivot high. Okay, and I'll keep you guys updated with this one. Okay, so that's it for this weekly analysis. I hope you guys have a great week, guys. Thanks for watching. Okay, bye.